I spent my entire first month at a new office job pretending to be someone else's assistant, and somehow I'm the only person from that department still employed. It started because my cousin Dev looked me straight in the face and said, $50 says you can't go a whole month at a new job without anyone learning your actual name. And I have never in my life turned down a stupid bet from a Devendran. The rules were simple. I had to show up to every shift, do my actual work, but never correct anyone about who I was or what I did. I got hired as a junior data analyst at a mid-sized logistics company, big enough that nobody memorizes faces, small enough that everyone thinks they already know everybody. On day one, the receptionist looked at my visitor badge, then at me and said, "Oh, you must be Priya's new assistant." Priya, it turned out, was a senior operations manager on the far side of the floor who I had never met. I said, "That's me," and that was it. That was the whole bet, sealed in 4 seconds by a woman named Charlene who never questioned it again. The first close call came on day 3, when someone dropped a stack of expense reports on my desk and said, "Priya needs these by 4. I didn't know Priya. I quietly built a spreadsheet, reconciled them, flagged 2 duplicate submissions, and left them on her chair without a note. She emailed the whole team thanking whoever caught the double billing. By week 2, I was living a genuinely insane double life. My actual manager, a guy named Ford who worked from home 4 days a week, thought I was crushing my analyst assignments, which I was at night at my kitchen table. Meanwhile, the entire 4th floor thought I was Priya's mysterious quiet assistant and kept handing me things. That's when I started overhearing what was actually happening in that company. Because when people think you're an assistant, they talk in front of you like you're a coat rack. On day 11, I sat in a conference room taking notes nobody asked for, while 2 directors argued about the Holloway numbers and whether they could hold the variance until Q3. On day 15, a VP named Grant told someone on speakerphone in an empty break room that the warehouse shrinkage reports were handled internally, off the system. I wrote all of it down. Not out of heroism, out of pure, cold anxiety, because I'd started noticing that the numbers I was analyzing by night didn't match the numbers people were discussing by day. Inventory that existed in reports and nowhere else. Vendor invoices routing through a company with the same address as a UPS store. Week 3, the floor started coming apart. 2 coordinators were walked out on a Tuesday. Ford stopped answering emails. A director I'd never spoken to took a family leave that everyone said in air quotes. There was a shouting match behind a glass wall that the entire floor pretended not to watch. And through all of it, I sat at my desk, the anonymous assistant, quietly reconciling numbers nobody had assigned to me. On day 24, Priya finally walked over. She looked at me for a long moment and said,